Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next in the series called Cyber Renaissance. Cyber Renaissance just means cyber is the digitization of everything and its connectivity. And the Renaissance is just a revival or a rebirth. If you haven't noticed yet, our world is changing and the old systems are crumbling. And I am sharing with you, giving you a picture, building for you the foundation of what the replacement for our old world structure is, which I call the cyber world order. Now, in this presentation, like the others, and I do suggest watching them in succession so that you build, one builds upon the other to give you the full, complete picture. And in this series presentation, today I'm going to be going over another basic concept of this new world. And I'm going to save you a lot of time because I'm doing this all in under 30 minutes. I make things extremely simple and easy to understand. So let's go. Now, in the cyber world order, there are different mechanisms. On the screen right now are some of the basic mechanisms that I will be going over in this series. I've already done digitization, and the second presentation was biometrics. Today, I'm going to be starting a two-part series of Internet of Things and Internet of Bodies. It's going to be two parts because it's too long to do under 30 minutes. So let's get going. Internet of Things, or the acronym IoT. What exactly does that mean? Internet of Things are all of the things that you have that are connected to the cloud. You might have a smart refrigerator, a smart watch, or a smartphone. You might have services like Audible, OnStar, or Netflix. All of these are connected to the cloud and part of the Internet of Things. You might drive a smart car. If you don't drive a smart car, your phone might be hooked up to your car, which makes you connected to the cloud. You might have a smart refrigerator, a dryer, a washer, a smart dishwasher, smart TV, smart phone, smart watch or ring. You might have an Alexa, a Pod, or an Echo in your home, or use smart earbuds. All of these are connected to the cloud and part of the Internet of Things and the Internet of Bodies. Your home might have a smart thermostat, a smart meter attached to the outside of the home to keep surveillance on how much electricity that you're using. You might have a smart coffee pot, a smart iPad, which all iPads are smart. You might have a smart stereo, or your glass in your house might be smart. The lighting might be smart. All of these are part of the cloud, the grid, which is foundationed by 5G. 5G, the electromagnetic bandwidth, and IoT is the foundation of the cyber world order. It makes the new world orderly. This grid makes everything trackable as the connectivity for Internet of Things. 5G affects the bandwidth of the electromagnetic spectrum, and as electromagnetic beings, that would be me and you, the frequency affects our health, both mental and physical. We saw an example of this when 5G was turned on across the planet around 2018, 2019. And we had a lot of symptoms showing up in human bodies. This is part of the disruption of the electromagnetic bandwidth and the electromagnetic field. The Internet of Thing products, all the smart products, are part of a surveillance system. This is all hooked to AI, and the AI will be what is in total control. It already is. There will no longer be a government to blame. The one world government will not be traceable. This is why our world governments seem to be so bizarre lately, because they're going away to make way for the one world system, the cyber world order. 5G is sometimes hidden behind what looks like trees. 5G towers are everywhere. When we were all locked down in 2020, that fun time event, well, there were workers putting up a lot more towers and putting up a lot more biometric cameras and biometric surveillance all over. And it's right now a complete grid that encapsulates our entire planet. Internet of Bodies stands for, or the acronym for Internet of Bodies is IOB. Ever heard of the term backdoor? Well, this provides a backdoor for the human. That would be for you, for your thoughts, for your feelings, for your beliefs, making your behavior predictable. These technologies are like a circle, okay? Your data is not only going out to the cloud, but data can also be inserted into you, causing you to have thoughts, causing you to have feelings, causing you to have perceptions and behaviors that you think are free will choices, but they're actually technology. The World Economic Forum has a excellent article on this called Shaping the Future of the New Internet of Bodies: New Challenges of Technology Governance. We're entering the era of the Internet of Bodies. This article is years old, by the way. We're already in that era. Collecting our physical data via a range of devices that can be implanted, swallowed, or worn. The result is a huge amount of health related data that could improve human well being around the world and prove crucial in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. It tells you how many years ago that this article was put up online. Well, remember, these Internet of Body technologies can be implanted, they can be swallowed, or they can be worn. The fellow on the right here, we all know that he has the idea of a brain chick. Brain chick? No, a brain chip. Well, it's kind of a red herring, guys, because this technology does not need to be inserted into the skull via cutting a hole in your skull and implanting a chip. In 2016, at a code conference, the gentleman on the right made a statement to a couple of the hosts that were interviewing him when they said, "This seems rather invasive." And his statement was, "It does, but it's not necessary. This type of technology can be inserted through the veins and arteries." And we all lived through 2020 when technology was inserted in the veins and in the arteries. But that's not the only way that this technology gets inside of the human body, and I'll be going over that at another time. But just like if you look at 1960, it was different than 1970s, wasn't it? And the 1970s had a completely different aura and essence than the 1980s. And the 80s were markedly different than the 1990s. Well, in 2020, we had a lot of fun time events to mark the beginning of this decade of change into the cyber world order. From 2020, when many small businesses were destroyed, starting with burning and looting and the destruction of things such as statues and downtown areas, causing people to be afraid of going outside. And then we were all locked down and we got used to being behind a screen, more dependent on technology, frightened of other people and going out in public, right? It's all by design, ushering in the cyber world order. Now, these technologies for Internet of Body can be swallowed. There are what we call smart medicines and designer medicines, which literally fight deadly diseases as the selling point by inserting smart devices with digital biomarkers. This is further down in that article. Based in Maryland, USA, and a Silicon Valley company, Proteus Digital Health, announced that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration had approved a digital medicine system called Abilify MySight. It is tablets with a sensor in them. which connects the person that takes these tablets via Internet of Bodies to the cloud to be surveilled and to be monitored. One thing to pay attention to here is this company was based out of Silicon Valley. Many of you may know this, most of you probably don't. That only a quarter of all Silicon Valley companies have anything to do with computers and technology and chips. Three-quarters of Silicon Valley is genetic corporations, bioengineering corporations, because part of the cyber world order is changing the human into the next version of species. Sometimes this is called transhumanism. Other times it's called human 2.0. It's also called cybernetics. There's a guy named Yuval Harari that talked about hackable humans. He was correct. This is changing the species of human to live inside of a digital experience. This is the company that that article is talking about. Let's keep reading a little bit. Indeed, digital pills might be an excellent tool for monitoring and potentially improving patients' adherence to prescriptions. Think about that. Monitoring a patient's adherence to prescriptions. Let's just say there was a medication that was mandated for all the citizens to have to be able to take in order to be able to participate in society, to be able to go on an airplane trip, or to be able to go to a restaurant, or to be able to go to a concert or a on a cruise. Well, with the Internet of Bodies, now I know I'm talking about medication being ingested, but it's not necessary. With the Internet of Bodies and the human body connected to the cloud and in interfaced with AI, well, it's going to be able to tell if you are keeping up with your mandated, required medical treatment. I don't think I need to go any further with that. You probably understand where I'm going with this, right? However, they could also diminish patient autonomy or reduce their privacy. Well, not possibly. It absolutely does that. An official website of the United States government that is chock full of thousands of articles concerning this cyber world order. This is just one of them. Okay. And this one was titled Digital Pills for Mental Disease, an ethical and social analysis of the issues behind the concept. Now, this is important because not only is this Internet of Bodies wanting to introduce medicines to the population to data harvest their health, but also mental health. I will be getting into this a lot more in the following presentation. But the mental health of people starting out is going to look like it's medicine that you take, but it's going to end up being connectivity and interfaced with AI. Now, remember, technologies not only do they go out, meaning your data of your body and the condition of your body and your thoughts and your feelings and your behaviors, not only are they harvested in the cloud and in data, removed from you as data, but that means it can also be back inserted into you as data, meaning controlling thoughts, thoughts, giving you feelings, causing your behavior to be predictable, giving you sensory perceptions. You may be hearing voices, seeing things, which would be a reason for people to need medical attention for their mental condition. I'll be going over that in the next presentation. Is this going to be stopped? Absolutely not. It's too enticing. People love their technology. They want to be keeping up with the Joneses, and it's sold to the population as convenience. How convenient to wear a smartwatch so you can see how many calories you burnt that day, or check your blood pressure, or receive a text message. The enticement of technology is too much. We are meaning it's too seductive for the human population. And we've all played a part. I'm not calling us all bad humans by any means. We didn't know. However, this is the intention of it all, is to have a complete digital twin of the entire world and the inhabitants of the world. I'll be showing that in the next presentation. But interfacing everything in biology with AI for a complete control structure in the new world system called the cyber world order. It's already here. It's already constructed. We're like nose deep in this, which is why it's important for you to understand what our world is shifting into and also why it's so chaotic. You don't have to wonder, are there different events that are going to take place to destroy the old system? Absolutely. Whenever you're going to create something new, you have to destroy the old. It's like if you want to build a new house and there's already an old house on that piece of property, well, you've got to destroy the old house in order to build the new. That's why all the chaos is going on. That's why there's going to be destruction, unfortunately, but it just is that way. Okay. But it gives us leverage to be able to keep our mental faculties to us, knowing why the world's so chaotic, understanding what the replacement for the old structure is, and being able to accept that it's a cyber world order. So then we can adapt and we can navigate through it with the least amount of friction. Excuse me. So we are at the end of this presentation. You have knowledge of a couple more basic concepts of this new world. Saved you time, definitely under 30 minutes. I've made it extremely simple and easy to understand. I do advise watching these in succession. The next presentation, it will be kind of like a part 2 of this, where I'll be going into more of the human connectivity to the cloud and the implications of that. Okay? We will see you on the next recording.